Is it okay to kill an animal for a burger that you may not need, no matter how good their life was? Is it okay?
Why would you ask that?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Invisible Voice. I am Tasrif. I am the host of this podcast. I have with me Shadman, my co host.
Hello everyone, this is Shadman.
Alright, yes. So today we're gonna straight jump into our topic, and it is actually a very controversial topic because many people have their own preferences, right? So the thing is eating meat and vegan. So are you a vegan?
No, I'm not a vegan. I'm
You are
not
a
even a
meat.
vegetarian. I'm
You're a
a
meat
non-veg.
eater. Alright, so I'm also a meat eater, but today I decided that I should be a vegan, or at least I should try to be a vegan.
So like here there is a confusion. Like there are three terms basically. There's one is non-veg or
Yes,
non-vegetarian. One is
that is
vegetarian,
called eat meter.
and another is vegan.
Yes.
Yeah, like we have to explain it, or like to eradicate or to cut off the confusion, we have to explain them. Like
So can you please
non
explain the difference between vegan and vegetarian?
Yeah, sure. So basically, non-veg or non-vegetarians are those who are omnivorous, who eats both plants and animals. Any animal that eat plants and animals. So which is basically human being. We eat both, like we eat vegetables and we eat also meat. And then is another kind that is not vegetarian. Those who eat only veg and some dairy product, egg, etc. But not any animal or animal flesh. And the third part is vegan. Those who only lives on eating plant, right? Plant, fruit or vegetables. They don't even eat any kind of animal or dairy product, not even egg. So there is a confusion between being vegan and being not vegetarian. So I guess this is pretty clear now, right?
Yes, so it is clear, but we can specify it into two group. We can put one group in meat eating and other two vegan and vegetarian into the other group.
Yes.
Right. So you think eating meat is okay? Don't you think that?
Yes, we all grew up eating meat. This is our very fundamental source of protein.
Yes, I was very sure that you are gonna say that. So
This is the
I am very
basic
prepared
point.
for this. So let's just say, do you have any pet or any favorite animal?
No, any favorite animal as in for eating?
No, not eating, just like favorite that you'd love to have it as a pet.
Never thought of it, but I think rabbits or hamsters are.
All right, so let's put hamster or a rabbit for example. So, for example, just say that you have a rabbit as your pet, right? So now,
I see where this is going. I see. Okay.
no, let me finish. So, would you intervene if someone hurt your pet or your favorite animal?
Yes, I would.
Yes, so that was the answer I was expecting. So now let's just say, would you intervene if someone hurt a random animal that you don't know or you may not like, but it doesn't harm you, it just wants to live a normal and happy life? Like, would you intervene then?
Like normal and happy life, as in the animal told you he's having a normal and happy life and he don't wanna die. This that the animal told you, right? So you are asking me in
Bro,
such a way.
bro, like just straight telling you intervene if someone hurt a random animal. Just tell me the answer.
Bro, there are facts and all. Like you can just as per se a cat is just passing by near
Yes.
me and some person came in and just kick it. Of course I would intervene.
All
But
right. So let's first say a goat. He was he was by the road and someone was trying to kill him. So would you intervene then?
and comes fact. Here comes fact. Okay,
Yes,
here
here
comes
comes
fact.
fact. Here comes the main thing. So
Here
why
comes
wouldn't you intervene? Like
I would
just
intervene, of course. A person trying to kill that goat on some road, of course I would intervene.
all
Anyone would
right.
intervene.
So I got you. So
Yeah, yeah.
you are eating
Carry
meat.
on.
You just said earlier that you are a non-vegetarian and you are 100% meat eater. So when you're eating that meat, do you remember that some person is killing that animal for you. Like you are the reason that some animals are getting killed. Like, do you ever think of that?
Bro, do you believe in destiny?
Bro, like, forget about destiny, bro. We are talking
No,
about
no,
animals.
here comes the fact. I say, didn't I? Like, there is facts and all. Do you believe in destiny?
Bro, like, we are not talking about facts here. We are talking about real life situations.
Of course, real life situation
We're talking
includes
about
facts.
humanities.
Yes, humanities includes facts. So, like, let's just say some terrorists intervene or smash some place and holding a gun towards hostage. So, what would the police do? What would the police do? Here, the person who is
Yes.
terrorist, of course, he has his rights, right? Right.
Yes.
But side by side, the person who is holding, who was being held as hostage, he also has his rights. Now, in this certain situation, he is being kept or held, and the terrorist is other side. But
Yes.
at the end of the day, he is also a human being, right?
But he chose
So
to be a terrorist. And you are talking about destiny. But let me tell you, like we have a choice, right? We can make things better for them. Like we can eat beans. Beans as proteins. Like then why we are eating so much
that's your
of
choice.
meat that we don't even need? Like
That's your
why?
choice.
No, bro.
This is
Like
a
why would you kill some animal for like no reason?
bro. Let's just talk science here. So, what do
Yes.
you think the life expectancy or the life longevity of a cow is?
2 years,
10.
5 years, 6 years. I don't know.
Let's just as per se it's max 10.
Yes,
So
10.
when it hits 10 years, so what will happen then? You just wanna
All right, so
let
I'm getting what where you are getting. So let me tell
you
you,
just didn't even finish, bro. You didn't even
bro. I know what you are gonna say. So let me give my answer straight. You are telling that a cow lives for 10 years. So like
as per se. Just
yes, let's just for example, let's assume that a cow lives for 10 years. So like that does that mean that it doesn't have any value to its life? For example, let's just say one human, a normal human gonna live for 10 years. Like does it mean that we have to kill him or her at year 2 or 3? Like how can you judge that?
you can compare human with animal. That's
Bro,
why
we have life,
they are
they have
animals.
life. They just can't tell where is the difference.
Where is the difference? You asked me what's the difference between
Yes,
a
what's the difference? Sorry.
what's the difference between a cow and an animal?
Yes.
What?
No, no,
A
no,
cow
not
and
a cow
a
and
human
animal.
being.
Yes.
Sorry, not a cow and animal, but a cow and human being. You are asking me this,
Yes.
right? Bro, just hear yourself out.
Bro, like I know that we are definitely better version. Like we're the best, right?
Yeah, we are
So
the best.
actually we
Absolutely.
we can now we can say that we are the best because we haven't found anything better version than us. Like we haven't found any aliens. So like that is a different topic, but let's say we
Okay,
all
let's.
have life, right? So like I would I would defend myself when someone is trying to hurt me. And animals do the same, right?
Yes, yes.
So like then what's the difference? Like where do you see the difference? Like why do you
Just
think that cows are different than us?
because they have four legs, we have two. Okay, just come to the facts straight. So basically, what we are talking about today is a very controversial or very confusing topic. So
No, it's
being
not
a vegetarian,
confusing. It's very clear and all the
you
meat
are the
eaters
one who eat
make
meat.
it very unclear.
You also eat meat,
Yes, but
right?
now I am trying my best not to eat meat. I haven't had a meat for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I
Okay,
know Eid is coming, but I will try my best not to eat much.
not to eat much.
Yes.
That means you're gonna eat some at least.
Bro, like you can't change something that
Okay,
I'm
let's
trying.
just
I'm trying to
okay. You're trying.
transfer.
This is a very good thing. Exactly. This is a very
So
good
like
thing
why you don't try?
because I'm not even thinking about this. Okay,
Yes,
this
yes,
is
that is the
something very
thing.
particular.
That is the thing. Like we humans, we can judge things. We know what is right or what is wrong, right? So like we have the ability to judge. Then why we are not judging?
So basically, what we are talking about here is being a vegetarian or vegan or being a omnivorous or meat eater or non-veg. Basically, this is a particular, very particular thing about your own belief or practice or your own very own decision,
All right.
right?
Like what do you want to say about own beliefs?
Own beliefs, as in own beliefs. You are
Yes.
asking me own beliefs.
Yes.
Where we grew up, okay, we grew up knowing we can eat meat, but
Yes, that is
there
the
are
point.
there are
That is the point. Like we grew up, like that's not our fault, that's not our parents' fault. Like it was tradition, right? But like now we are discussing that, like we have the chance to make it different.
Okay, so what happened like about 3 or 4 thousand years ago, right? Humans are not civilized. There were not enough food. They didn't even know how to light a fire. Okay,
But
so
now
that
we are civilized.
let me finish. Let me finish. When I finish, you at least it will give you a head
All
start.
right. Just
I'm not
have
you
your
and
time.
I. So what happened about 3 or 4 thousand years ago? Men or human being didn't even know how to light a fire. As soon they learn to light fire, they kind of make weapons or try to hunt or learn hunting. Why do they learn hunting? Why do you think? To get some food, to survive. At that time, if they didn't hunt or eat, what do you think this mankind or we would be now?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
If they
she.
didn't survive, none of us would be here.
Yes,
We are
that's what I'm
discussing
saying.
about this thing.
So, like, let me tell. So that's what I'm saying. That 4 or 3 or 4 thousand years ago, they were not as civilized as we were. They didn't have this much of options that we have right now. But right now, in 2020, we have many options. Like, it is very comfortable for any human being to be a vegetarian, at least. Like you can live a life perfectly being a vegetarian, and that saves a lots of life of animals. Like
If
that's,
if
you just say that saves lives, not say animals.
if they didn't eat meat, if they didn't survive, we wouldn't be here. So bro, at least be grateful. Okay, at least be
Yes,
grateful, bro.
I'm grateful, but all I'm saying that you should be a vegetarian. That's all I'm saying.
Whether I should or I not, because if my religion said like Hinduism and all,
Bro, like
I
let's just not put religion here. Let's just talk.
that's what I'm saying. Earlier you asked what belief, right? I said the very own belief. You asked me what is very own belief. What
Yes.
relevance? What is the relevance to this topic? This is the relevance of very own belief to this topic. Exactly. This is the thing we. This that's why this is a very controversial thing because our or
But there is no streak that if you don't eat meat, that doesn't make you a bad person, right?
exactly.
So like, what is the problem then?
If I do eat meat, then I don't even I think it makes me a bad person. What you're saying is practical, okay? This is
Yes.
practical, but what I am doing,
Yes.
that's not even some kind of crime, right?
All right.
You can just say this is
Talking
some kind
about
of
crime, we can also answer that. So let's. Do you know that eating beef, especially, contributes to global greenhouse gas?
yeah, like the slaughterhouse and all
Like
excreting carbon
eating beef
dioxide.
contributes the most to a global warming. Did you know
No,
that?
I did my research too. I did my research too. Okay.
Oh, what did you
Just
found?
you can just got me right here. Okay. I did my part of research.
What did you found?
Yeah, what they're saying, I think this is yeah, but there are also
So let me just say it. So cows, goat, sheep produces methane, right? By burping. So methane contributes to 16% to global greenhouse gas. Did you know that? You didn't. So
no.
let me just say more. It traps 26 times more heat than CO2. Like how insane that is. Like how can you eat meat after that? Like how?
Like what? If I burp, it's gonna increase the
No, you not you burping, like animals, like cows,
animals burp.
goat, sheep. When they burp,
Yeah,
by burping they produces methane, which
and
contributes 16% to the global greenhouse gases, and it traps 26 times more than carbon dioxide.
so that's your concern. As a meat eater, that's not my concern.
Bro,
I
obviously that should be your concern, like, cause in 25 or 30 years, half of Bangladesh and half of Netherlands and most other countries will be flooded due to global warming.
okay, you are saying animal burp or
Yes,
cow burp.
animal burp.
So like how that's my concern. I'm eating those animals.
Bro,
At least
that
I'm
is the
reducing
point.
some of the
If
animals.
you don't, if you stop eating animals, like majority of us people stop eating animals, then people not gonna grow animals no more. They are all gonna grow vegetables.
Why? Are you crazy, man?
Yes,
If you stop,
everyone think that's I'm crazy. So like let me tell more. So
yes,
in
please.
human related methane emissions, enteric fermentation contributes 28% more than burning oil and gases. Like how crazy is that? Like 28% more than oil and gases. This methane only. And do you know what is enteric fermentation?
No.
It is like grazing cattle. Like that is the thing. When someone is growing or like grazing cattle, like for example, say cow. When someone is growing a cow, he needs land, right? Because cow needs grass to eat and for survival. So when we need that, we what we do? We cut forests. That results to deforestations. As a result, when people cut trees, thus it releases the carbon that once stored in those trees.
Okay,
And
so
80% of the deforestation in Amazon rainforest happened due to make room for cattle ranching. Did you know that?
information 80% of Amazon. Are you crazy, man?
Yes, 80%
Just
of deforestation in Amazon rainforest happened due to make room for cattle ranching. Like how
just
crazy is that?
give a source of this information because this is a
Vox,
crazy information.
Vox, Vox. Just search YouTube
Vox.
Vox meat.
Vox meat.
Yes.
Bro, this is crazy. Like the amount of trees
Bro,
being
like
cut.
you wouldn't
Let me
even
finish. Let me
know.
finish. Let me finish.
Yes.
The amount of trees being cut for industrialization and is to the amount of trees being cut for cattle farming. Just do
Yes,
the math.
cattle grazing. Cattle
Cattle
grazing, not
grazing.
every cattle, just cow. I mean, just who needs to eat grass.
Just do the math. You will find.
Yes,
Watch,
nobody would
watch
believe
back.
that.
Just stop industrialization. Half of the global warming problem will reduce.
Bro, like everyone should watch that Vox meat video.
Okay, I should watch. I would
Yes,
watch.
you also should watch that. And let me tell you one more fact. A normal person emits 8 tons of greenhouse gases every year just by changing our diet. Like just by being a vegetarian or a vegan, we can reduce it to 28%.
Okay.
Like, are you getting what I'm saying?
So you are saying if we don't eat meat, the whole
Yes.
world, actually the 7 billion people, if we don't eat meat, the
No, like
problem.
not eat meat completely just by reducing the percentage of eating meat. Let's, for example, say you eat meat 10 times a month, right? So, like if you eat that to 2 times a month, like that would reduce it drastically. Just minus.
Okay, like okay, I as per se I did reduce my meat eating. Then where would I get my protein? So like for that I'm going to eat.
Beans, there are
Let me say
lots of
no.
vegetarian.
Let me finish. You're
Yes.
just saying yourself. Beans is a plant source of protein. That's not gonna fulfill it all. We from animal protein we get the 9 acids like you and I both read biology as yeah. So we need amino acids and all. So from protein, animal protein, we get all the 9 of those. Right from plant protein we don't get. As per se, we did you, I, and everyone did reduce meat eating. Then also we would need protein, right? For those, we need egg or butter or dairy products, milks.
Yes,
From where
that is
those will
also
come
another
from?
thing. Yes,
From
so
where those will come from?
yes.
If we stop or did reduce meat eating, then we also have to produce or like cattle graze, right? We would have to farm continue farming the kettles. That's not gonna solve the problem as
No.
you were saying. Okay, so yeah, please say
Like
more.
I can argue about that. Like when we stop eating meats, like then there would be no need for anyone to cattle grazing, right? So like he
No, as
wouldn't be able
just
to
I say, just as I say, we need protein. So from where would we get protein? From
we
milk
can
or
get
like
that
dairy
from dairy
products.
farms.
For dairy farms, we just can't produce milk. For milk, we would need cow, right?
Yes, dairy farms. In dairy
Yeah.
farms, yes. So that is also another point. Like if you eat meat from dairy farms, cows that are raised in dairy farms, then it would not contribute as much as a normal cattle being land.
What's the difference? Just tell me
Because
what's the actual difference?
because
Not much. I would say not much.
obviously
Then
not much. I read it.
then
I read it. Like we can, if I go back, like the methane thing.
Yeah, so like 2, 3, 4%.
No, 16%.
16%, I am saying the difference, like
Oh,
cattle grazing and dairy farming, as you were saying. Cattle grazing, what will be the difference from 16%?
to like 7 or 8%. Like that's almost the half.
That's too much.
That can even be more. I don't know the exact number.
Okay, so yeah,
But the methane thing is one, and the another thing is the deforestation. Because when you want to graze a cattle, you have to cut all the trees in order to make grass. So like then the carbon dioxide that was stored in those trees that get released, and that's also play a role in the greenhouse gas effect.
there are like when we do farming, cattle farming, there are other ways, like, but you don't like it. There is chemical, or like there are some chemical sort of things you can actually implement on the cow, but that will be harmful for human if we consume the dairy products from those, or consume the meat of those cows or of those cattle, then it will be harmful for us. So in the end we have to depend on mother nature. Okay, actually what you are trying to say here, we should reduce meat eating, like we should
Yes, we should reduce meeting. All right, so you are saying that we will not be able to live without eating meat completely. But let me
no, no,
just say,
we will be able to live, but there is certain demand for our body which would there might it might create some problem in our metabolism.
so like let me tell you a stat. Like there is 75 million vegans in the world.
Yeah,
So like they are living perfectly. Then what's the problem?
they are vegan. Okay.
Yes.
And you are a vegetarian, you also consume,
Yes,
you
I am
still
a
consuming
vegetarian. Yes,
eggs
but
and dairy products
yes.
and all, which is coming from the cattle. If you are vegan, then huge respect to you.
No, I'm not a vegan, but I'll try
Those who are
definitely.
vegan.
Yes, those who are vegan, a big respect, but those who are complete meat eaters, like very disrespect for them.
Why disgrace?
Because first of all, they are killing animals for no reason. They can reduce it drastically, and the second is they are contributing to greenhouse gases, which is more important. Like forget about, like let's just say you are selfish, right? So that doesn't make me bother, because but if you do something that's impacting to greenhouse gas, then obviously I'm gonna talk about it, and I think every people
Then we
should
should
talk
talk
about it.
about industrialization as well.
Yes, we're also gonna talk about that.
That's the major industrialization, cutting down trees. That's the major portion of. They are contributing a major portion in the greenhouse gases. So charge them first. We are waiting. Okay.
Bro, like
No,
we'll
let's
charge
wait.
everyone, but like at first, like do you think how crazy is that? Because the methane, it traps 26 times more heat than carbon dioxide. Like the enteric fermentation contributes 28% more than burning oil and gas. So like we can't now charge the industrialization or like burning coal gas. Like now we can do that. We have to solve this methane problem first. So like
Methane
all
is,
I'm
yeah.
saying that I'm not suing you for being a meat eating. I'm just saying that you can reduce it. There are options that you would be completely fine if you just reduce your consuming level of eating meat.
Yeah,
That's all
there,
I'm
of
saying.
course, excessive meat eating has also other health issues and all. Of course, I would say that. But as you are trying to say that meat eating only would reduce the problem or greenhouse
No,
gas
I'm not
effect
saying
or
that.
other
I'm not saying
thing.
that.
Okay.
I'm just saying that it contributes very much. Like we have the option to reduce that.
So this is how the world is. This is how it's running or coming from the very first or the like primitive age. Okay, this meat eating tradition. There are certain religion who will abandon or like abstain you from eating meats. That's okay to them. But we grew up like this, like, right?
Yes,
Grew up
but
as a
now we
people.
know. Now we know stuff like what do not what to do.
After that, it's completely your choice because you can just force someone to be vegan or you can just force someone to be non-vegetarian or vegetarian. That's up to completely up to them because vegans or vegetarians are also completely living a healthy life, and we meat eaters also having a completely healthy life if we don't eat too much. Too much of anything is bad, of course, not just meat eating. Too much of anything is bad. So this is the very particular or controversial topic. We can just make a decision.
Yes, so like the final decision is that we have to eat meat, but we have a choice what not to eat.
The
By
final decision is it's
like we
completely
can
up to
eat
you.
dairy beef, for example.
As I said, just the final decision is completely up to you. It's your choice. At the end of the
Yes.
day, it's your choice. Your judgment, your humanity, and all. It's your choice. That's it.
Bro, but like just tell me one thing. If you make a choice to murder a person, Like, then
You
is
can
it
just
okay?
relate. I what did I just say? You are trying to compare human beings with animals. That's
Why
how it's
can't
gonna
I?
work.
Why can't I?
Why would you? Why
Because
would you?
they have also life, they have also feelings. They just can't tell, they just can't express like we are.
That's what I
Like,
just said. That's up to your humanity. Millions of people being murdered, or so what? You don't feel pity for them. What you
yes,
can do about it? What you can do about it? Tell me.
nothing.
That's it.
Bro, like,
That's it.
you will not understand my feelings. You are hurting my feelings right now. So let's just end
You're
this
trying to
episode
give
here.
a you're trying to give a sentimental therapy here, but you and I both know this what it is.
But like, we have to stop this in no matter what, because in 50 years we will be underwater if we don't reduce this thing.
Haha, yeah, yeah. There is nothing else but just reducing by just reducing.
No, I'm not
Meeting.
saying that, man. Why are you pointing this to me? All right. So that's it for today's episode. Thanks for listening. I am Tasrif. That's Sadman.
Yeah, this is so. This was very interesting as well as somewhat. I don't know what to say. This is a very mixed feelings about this. Of course, we have our humanity and all, but still, this is how the world is going from the very beginning or the primitive age. That's how
Bro, like,
we.
I want to say one thing to all the meat eaters, that you guys should be less selfish. Like, you guys are more concerned about yourself than others. Like, that's what I'm thinking. And you guys
Selfish.
have
You are
to,
talking about being selfish.
yes.
So should I like give you to or make you come to sense?
Bro, like,
That
just
will
let's just finish this episode. We'll talk about in another episode. All right,
okay.
guys,
So
that is it. Thanks
I
for
will let you
watching.
take the sentiments of people. You can have some
Just
sentiments
stop
of the
it.
people, but I'm practical here. You are also being practical. What we just discussed here is there is no like particular solution, right? It's
No, there is. First thing, if we can't be a vegan, then we can be a vegetarian. And the second thing, if we can be a vegetarian, then we can reduce our consumption level of eating meat.
of course,
That's the
reducing the
final
consumption
decision.
level of eating meat is very important because, as we said, eating excessive of meat or excessive of protein integration is also bad for health. So this is it, like this is it. But you can just force someone to be vegan or to be non-vegetarian. That's what I'm talking about. There is no particular solution for that. This is it.
You
So
should think
this,
deeply. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, this is it for today's episode. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys see you in the next episode. Thank
yeah.
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.